We good?
Yeah, you good.
All
No,
right.
no, we're not good. Now we're good. There, the
Now
five
we're
fucked
good.
up. Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
Damn, Nick.
I'm on
Why'd
a
you-
roll.
Wow. All right, guys. Welcome to Audio Addiction. My name is Brandon, and I'd like to welcome back Dan, Chris, and Nick. And we got two special guests tonight. We got Ryan and Greg. Say hi, guys.
What's up, guys?
All right. So we basically start this week off with some bands that we've been listening to. Some of the bands that I've been listening to are Boys of Fall, A Day to Remember, and some Wage War because been exercising more, so I gotta get them jams on. So when I'm on the treadmill and shit. So Boys of Fall just released a new album. Thank You and Goodbye. It's like their last album before they like broke up. So I did a review on it, so you can check that guy out if you guys like that. They definitely sound like A Day to Remember a little bit, so if you like that style, then you'll definitely dig what they're putting out. Day to Remember, we'll talk about them a little bit later. And Wage War, I don't really need to say too much about them, but they're going to be on Warp, so I'm super stoked for them. What are you listening to, Dan?
I've been listening to... Crap, who have I been listening to? I've listened to like my Discover Weekly, that's why.
Okay.
On
Sweet.
Spotify.
What a loser.
Wait, can you
Can't
explain
even
what that
choose
is?
for yourself.
It's
Discover
like-
Weekly is
Yeah.
every week Spotify gives you a playlist based on what you've been listening to.
What?
Yeah,
How have I
yeah.
not known this? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
actually
I've been
great.
listening to Zoo Legacy
Oh no,
for
Ryan,
all those sleeping
Ryan died.
Hearts and
Oh.
Hands.
He'll be back on in like a minute.
That's it. That's what
I know.
I've been listening to.
Hearts in Hand?
Yeah.
They just started a new band not too long ago. What is it called? The New Low. So you should check them out. It's like pretty much the same as in Hearts and Hands. It's just that I forget exactly what it was. It's just like pretty much the same members. They just had to change name for whatever reason.
Got you.
But they're really good. And they got that guy. Remember? I forget his name. Chris Kim from Slaves.
Mhm.
He's now in that band, the new.
Oh, nice.
So you can check them out. Chris. Speaking of Chris or Nick, how about we'll go to Nick? Nick, what do you got for us, bud?
Veil of Maya, Haste the Day, and From Autumn to Ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same
Are
shit.
you? I feel like you're gonna switch. I feel like you're
Yeah,
gonna
I feel
switch
like
very
you said
soon.
that.
I feel like you're gonna
Yeah,
switch off real soon. Like.
I'll go country this week just to fuck with
Oh
all
God!
you guys.
Don't,
Oh, no.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Stop.
Please do not do that. Don't do that.
Oh God, we lost him.
I'm
There he is.
I'm adding him back in. Let's see.
Who's gonna go
Okay.
country?
Nick's gonna go country.
I'm gonna go
Do it.
country.
Don't,
Yo!
Why do you like
Oh,
country?
I'll
Do you like
go
country,
even
Greg?
worse.
No!
I'll go
no.
even worse. I'll go country rap
No.
like Bubba Sparks, and I'll have to ask Jake the other fucks he listens to. But like,
No.
I know Big Smo is one.
Greg, why?
Jogga Boys. Country's not bad. Y'all
Raised
just hating.
with a lot of it.
I thought you were cool, Greg.
He is cool. You just got them hater. You got the hater shades on.
I do have.
I
I
wanna
do,
be.
I do have the hater shades on. I do not like country at all. So, Chris, pass it off to you, and then we'll leave Ryan for last. So hopefully he jumps back
Yeah,
on.
I've been real busy, man.
think
Going
I'm
off
here.
on this. New...
Oh, are you?
I just can't see myself.
Yeah. Throw the camera up.
Click the button.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
So
Chris.
I've been listening to a lot actually. From last week, I listened to that whole new Thrice album, so I'm really pumped
Ooh,
about that.
Talk
They're-
about that a little later.
You know, okay, because I was just saying, like, I've only listened to the first 3 albums, which are, like, couldn't be more different than this latest album, but I appreciate it, and they've really changed their sound a whole lot. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like the main vocalist, like, has a lot more range now in his voice than he used to. Also, I've been listening to a lot of Gideon.
Yeah,
especially, like,
boy.
Yesterday and today. I'll second Nick with the Veil of Maya. I've never listened to Veil of Maya, and I really like them a lot.
Yeah.
Now, thanks to him. Who else? Knuckle Puck, I listened to.
Oh, Knuckle Puck, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I listened to them. I was listening to some 4 Year Strong today.
Nice.
Like I said, I've just been listening to so many things.
That's awesome.
Because I started using my Spotify again. in the gym, I have the Wi-Fi on there, so
That's
I'm
the
like,
best.
hey, why listen
Why
to
not?
stuff I have? I'll listen to everything else I don't have. On
That's
my
awesome.
music. So, yeah.
Awesome. Greg, what have you been listening to?
I've been kind of playing
If you-
that.
if you say
yeah,
coun-
that's
if you
it.
say country.
Red Eldridge.
Yes, yes, he's the best. I fucking love that guy.
Oh,
And,
man.
Fuck
The
y'all.
cringe.
Fuck
The
y'all.
cringe.
Nah.
more in this genre. I've been really hooked on that new Seosin album. Now that I got
Nice.
Anthony Green back, I swear that guy, he makes that band. Like Bo's great. I love the writing, but even with Bo's writing behind Cove, it just wasn't the same. So
Ah.
it's great to have him back.
Did you like him more in Circa or do you like him more in Saracen?
I like him more in Seosin. All the way
Really?
back. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate what Circa Survive did, and I'll listen to them all the time, but if you put the two bands next to each other, I'm going to pick Seosin every time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like Cove at all or no? Like the Cove era because they did like
You know
he did
what?
2 albums with them.
If he went into any other band and was a singer and didn't have to follow up Anthony Green, I probably would have thought he was good. But it's like trying to follow someone that's amazing. Like, you just can't do it. You put someone in to try and replace a hero, and you're never gonna fill their shoes. So
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I'm more of a fan of I've been more of a fan of Cove because I kind of
Oh.
came into that.
you
So
hated on my country.
Yes, so
Come on.
despicable.
oh man, getting a little hate in the episode a little bit, but
Don't dish it out if you can't take it, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying.
that is
Bitch.
true. Dude. Very true on that.
But then Wage War, you mentioned them. I
Yeah.
don't know how I came across them, but that Blueprints album is
Ooh.
it's amazing.
Yeah, I was listening to them today too. I was like, holy crap, they're actually, like, for whatever reasons, I had only heard the songs with straight up screaming. I didn't realize they had clean vocals in the band.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I really dig them now.
They
No,
like go
they're awesome.
further on the sides of the spectrum than like a Day to Remember. They go a lot heavier than a Day to Remember hits, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
like those cleans and that
Yeah.
vocalist, oh my god.
And this is Wage War you're talking about?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to
They
give them a
also
listen.
they also recorded with like Andrew
A Day to-
Wade and A Day to Remember, so like they do like a lot of their writing style and stuff like that was because of A Day to Remember, because like they were like in talks. They were like, well, we're in the studio, like what would be the best tracks to put out, like what do you think could be worked on each track, and so like they all sat down and kind of just worked out the tracks. So that's why they're all like phenomenal tracks, because they spent a lot of time on them. So, and I think they're both from like the same hometown, so like it's kind
Yeah,
of
I saw that. That's pretty
So I
cool.
would love to be a part of this conversation. I keep cutting in and out, but for some reason, I'm showing my screensaver as Dan. I don't know why. I can't see myself.
I mean, hey,
Fine.
Uh-huh.
So,
Dan's like, ooh,
Turn it off.
Oh, my God,
Stop
what
it.
are you
Oh,
talking
fuck
you
about?
me.
doing?
Get the...
get the shit out of here.
maybe I can just be like the voice of.
You can just be the you can be the ghost of Ryan. We've already had somebody who's just done voice, so
Yeah.
It's
You're
just
like,
like a Taco Bell.
it was
Taco
literally
salad or something
a
like that.
taco salad with googly eyes in it, and we
Yeah,
just
that was his picture.
took that's the picture we took. So, oh my god, we can fix it up. But what have you been listening to, Ryan? How about that? We'll pass it off to Ryan. How about if you can hear me? I don't know. Is he out? I guess he is. Yep, he's out.
Yeah.
Is there a way to call him into it? I don't even know. Like
I've been trying to add him in, so I don't know if it's his internet or something, or there's just a lot of people on here.
This guy.
That could be it. But I've been trying to add him back in each time he's been dropped, so we'll figure it out. But I guess we'll pass it off to the Deuce part and we'll see if he can come back on again. But
I know he's all about that new Thrice album now.
is he? Okay.
Nice.
Sweet, yeah. Cause like we were about it. Like I listened to it a couple times now, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the last record that I listened to was the Ursa Major, Ursa Minor record, and I know that one's like super dark. So in comparison to like this one. It's much lighter, but still good. Still just as good as I remember them to be. So, awesome. We'll see if we can add Ryan in real quick. If
You guys listen to Hands Like Houses at all?
Yes.
I've heard their
yes.
first
Ryan's
album,
in
but not any of their newer stuff.
The
Sadly,
new one wasn't bad. Dissonance wasn't too bad. I still think their first one, the Ground Dweller, was my favorite.
I
Still.
fucking loved that album. I
Yeah.
think I listened to that for like 3 months straight. That's impressive because my fucking attention span normally it's a couple days, and that's why I'm surprised I'm still on a Veal of Maya kick.
Yeah, man. That must be the new holdout for you at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Until I
you're
go
Ryan.
country.
I'm here.
What have you? Yes, I can hear you.
Do that.
We were just asking you what you've been listening to. I know Greg said you've been listening to the new Thrice album a lot, but is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Yeah, super heavy that, or super into that. But I was like going through a back catalog actually, so it's nothing really new. But I was listening to Poison the Well, because they're gonna three
Nice.
sets of shows out here in July, like the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, and I'm so pumped to go see them. So I was like, I need to catch up. I need to go back. So I went, from the opposite of December up to, like everything that they've been doing is last album. But I mean, I'm pumped to see them. So them and Thrice, if they make it out here, I think is gonna be my dream ticket for the summer.
Are they coming out to California? Because I know they're doing an East Coast date for at least for us.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was hoping so, but we'll see.
We'll have to check back with you guys on that because I'm missing out on it. I don't know about Chris. I think Chris will probably go. I'm not entirely sure, but
Just call out that day, man. Just
I could
freaking call out of work that day.
just be like it's too monumental to miss.
Money's not important. That's
Yeah,
what they teach
oh.
you as a child. Money can't buy you everything except for
There
the
you go.
ticket. So just get the
Yeah,
ticket
so
and then quit.
And then quit. Yeah. Good morals there, Nick. Anyway, we'll pass it off.
How to get in debt.
Yes, 101, right? We'll pass it
I'm a
off. We'll pass it off to the news portion.
Alright.
Basically, Isley Stars released a new track called "Break." It's pretty interesting, in my opinion. The video was done by Brandon Bolmer from Chiodos. I don't know if you remember him. He sang in Illuminatio, that album.
Oh, that guy's seen him.
But
Yeah.
now he does a lot of like background, like he does a lot of like videos and shit like that. So, but it was an awesome video if you enjoy like music with some sort of like awesome music video to go
It
along.
was a
with it, so.
really weird video.
It was cool,
Freaking faces like smashing on the ground like porcelain faces.
It was sick though.
And I don't know, I wasn't digging the vocals at all. I feel like there's too much auto tune and like electronics like thrown in the voice. So I was like, what is this?
I mean, that's what they are though.
That's
I'm
exactly
not,
why I
I'm
don't
not-
like the band. It's like too much, man. For me, I mean,
They're real. I think the tracks are okay. I don't know. I'll have to see what I feel about it when the whole album comes out. But another awesome band that's coming around, Youth Forever. They just streamed their new album called Skeleton Youth Forever. It's kind of, I don't even really know how to describe it.
neither, man.
It's
really strange.
it's very interesting.
Like, did you hear that first track on that album?
Yeah,
man?
it's-
It's like this strange, eerie backtrack. I'm like, what is this?
I honestly think when I put this on here, I was like, Dan will probably enjoy this because it's heavy and it has kind of dissonant elements to it, so it's interesting. I give it a spin at least once. I know it's not for everybody, but
Oh yeah, like feel
I
like this
enjoyed it.
Border, like the vocals are so harsh. Like I feel like it's like borderline. Like makes your ears want to bleed after a while. Like it's like that. I mean, I don't know. Something about like the pitch that he's screaming at. It just like it's almost like the point where it's like chalkboard screech to me.
Oh man, dude.
That's what I thought about it. Oh.
But it's interesting, so I just give it a listen.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Dragon Force, everybody knows that band is releasing a greatest hits kind of CD, and they're also planning on recording another album. So if you want a whole album that sounds like one giant track, then you should get their greatest hits, because that's about all you're gonna get from them.
Sounds good to me.
15 minutes of sweeping.
16 minutes
Yeah.
of just sweeping. Yeah, just straight sweeping. Beartooth released another track, and they also released their full album of Aggressive. So check out I think they're on Red Bull Records. So if you check out their YouTube page, they have the full.
Yeah, I really dig the clean vocals on it. Like, I feel like that track has got a really catchy chorus too.
Oh yeah, I feel like
really get into it, man.
I feel like the songwriting, or at least the song structures in this album, was a lot better. I did a review on it, so I mean, I kind of gave my thoughts about it already. So you can check that out if you like.
What about this next one, though, bro?
Huh?
What about this next one?
Oh, ooh, Danny
Country?
a country song called "Going Nowhere Fast."
Bitches.
What was it? What do you mean with the quotation?
You could have just said it releases new song, but because you hate so fucking hard, you gotta put country.
Oh my god.
So that everybody knows that we're talking about the shit you hate
play
so
into my
bad.
words like that. I don't like you turning your words on me like that.
You gotta read in everything Brandon says.
Yeah.
It was
Always
trying to
got.
diss someone.
Yeah, of course. Always trying to diss people.
It's true.
Go
Every
ahead.
time.
Continue.
Wait, did you guys at least give it a listen or no?
Nah, I didn't have time yet.
Okay. Well, there you go. Now you can't even give your thoughts on it.
That's okay. I still got to pick fun at you.
Okay.
That's all I
Anyway.
want, man.
Anyway, so this will make Nick happy. Crown the Empire announced their new album called Retrograde, and they posted kind of a teaser to it, or what it will kind of sound like, and it sounds pretty interesting as of yet. So I mean, I feel like they're gonna be. The album seems like they're evolving their sound, so I'm kind of interested to see just how this album turns out. It definitely sounds not as metalcore-y and more, I don't know, I guess more ambient a little bit, I guess, in some spots. So, I mean, I'll link the teaser for the album in the description. Like we said, Thrice just released had released a new album, and they also released, I think it's like a 4-part or 5-part YouTube series, basically talking about the record and like how they came about and like why they wanted to record and stuff. So I thought that was really interesting and really cool to see like how they write songs, how they sit down and just, you know, like nail the tracks down. So I highly recommend checking it out. I'll definitely make sure to link it, and check out their new album. It's definitely awesome. Like we all mentioned, we're all fans of Thrice, so definitely give that one a listen. Day to Remember just announced a new album / title track. It's called Bad Vibrations. They're going back into that heavier route, so if you liked Homesick, then you'll definitely
I didn't hate it that much.
you'll definitely enjoy that. Dan looks pretty happy about it.
This track was so
I
much
can tell how he
better.
feels about it.
It's
So
so
much better than the first one.
Anything after Homesick.
You didn't like this What Separates Me From You? That was great.
Oh,
I like that one.
I didn't like the last 2 albums, I'll be honest.
Common
with you.
Courtesy was.
Common
There's,
Courtesy
like
was
2 songs off that like whole thing. Like,
Common Courtesy was like a mixed bag. I
I
feel
feel like the hype about Common Courtesy was the best part about Common Courtesy. Like their YouTube.
Yeah.
Common Courtesy.
Oh yeah,
That whole thing,
the
like
series.
that's what made that amazing. But like then the album was like, it was good.
There were like about 2 or 3 songs that I liked off of it. I liked I don't remember the fucking one before that, but the one before that I liked too.
Violence, dude.
Violence, yeah, that one. That one's great.
That was worth the whole album in itself.
I thought the first couple tracks on that record were
decent, and they just
were worth it, kind of, and Violence as well. But I don't know. This new track's really sick and heavy. So if you like the Violence, then you'll dig this track. And it's also announced for August 19th is the release date for this album. So
that's sooner than I expected.
it is much sooner. Yeah, it's much sooner than I expected. But I'm super excited for it. And they're on tour with Blink. They're gonna be on tour with Blink. So
Speaking of which, they just dropped a hot new track today. Have any of you guys heard it?
no,
Have you listened to it?
no, I have not.
Dude.
I've been out all day, so I haven't had a
It's
chance.
really, really good. It's called Rabbit Holes.
I saw it. I've seen it, but I have not listened to it yet. But I'll have to give it a listen. We'll have to talk about it next week.
I really liked it. So
Also, this one's another one for Nick. Every Time I Die played 3 new tracks. I don't know if they're on a tour or not, but they're called The Coin Has a Say, It Remembers, and I think Cuddle, that's the name that's going around, so I don't know if that's actually correct or not. And they're also going to be on Warp this year, so I would
Can't
assume
wait.
that they're going to be playing a lot of their New Year tracks. Definitely stoked for that. Another band that's going to be on Warped, Silent Planet, released a new track called Psychscape, and it features Spencer Chamberlain from Under Oath. Heavy track, like probably one of my favorites to come out this year, just in terms of sheer brutalness. Just awesome track. I'm super hyped for their new album. So, and they're gonna be on Warped, so we'll see about that. Oh Sleeper just finished their new record, so if you're a fan of Oh Sleeper, they just finished their new record and they haven't titled it yet, so super stoked for that one. Corey Taylor of Slipknot apparently is undergoing spinal surgery. It's kind of interesting because he didn't even know he had it, which is nuts. Like, how do you know you didn't break your neck for some reason, or like anything spinal related? As well as the tour that they're doing with Marilyn Manson and who else? Of Mice and Men is going to be postponed. So until further notice. So
is that tour coming around here?
It's supposed to come around here, but dependent upon how the surgery goes, how much time they take, it could be changing.
Their new album was meh.
Which one?
Slipknot.
I haven't even listened to it, so I have to.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to like 3 songs, so I was like, oh, it sounds like every other Slipknot song.
Hey man, that's not
without
cool.
Joey Jordison,
They're
you guys
people
sure
too.
don't have any creative ideas to change the band up.
Damn. Yo, Dan's out here.
Says
Dan's
the
out here
kid who
being a
listens to
savage,
Broken Side.
That's what I said to my dad though. He was like, "Oh, the new Slipknot is amazing." I was like, "Yeah, it sounds like the last one that came out." But the last one before that was a little bit different than the one before that.
Oh my god, dude.
It's pretty cool that your dad actually acknowledges, like, metal. Like,
Yeah, my dad. Like if I told my dad like come to like a metal show, he would totally like dig it. He loves it. Yeah. My dad's super in the metal and rock and all that.
I'm like the only one in my family that actually has any interest in music. Out of like everybody, aunts, uncles, like they're like, "How do you like this stuff?" None of us do. Like,
oh my god.
You were a special flower.
So anyway, I always like to add something funny apparently to these things. If you check this out, Born of Osiris cover played on a bagpipe and accordion. The song's called Machine. It's off their newest album, Soul Sphere, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think it was off the last record before this one. But it's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to listen to for yourself. It's very interesting. Like it fits well, but it's interesting. So if you guys haven't checked that out, give it a listen. I'll also make sure to link it in the description as well. What's up, Chris?
While we're on the topic of really funny stuff, this is really, really great. I just happened to be sitting down waiting for my parents to get in and watch Preacher, and we were waiting for that to come on and watching America's Got Talent. And I never watched this stupid show, but they were like hyping up this 82-year-old guy that was going to go on stage and sing something.
So good.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
And we all assumed that this guy was going to do like some kind of Frank Sinatra thing or something. And then they just start playing with the bodies to the floor by Drowning Pool. And the guy just like his eyes like, the bodies to the floor. And it's just like,
oh my god.
Like the crowd couldn't take it, man. Like it was just like crazy.
I saw that video and I was like, what the hell is going on here?
I just happened to be watching that show at that
god,
time. Holy crap.
That's great.
So I gotta check that out. We'll try to link a video.
We will link a video for that. That's hilarious. This one's for you, Greg. Mike Terry apparently is the new vocalist for Volumes now, and he's ex Bury Your Dead. So we'll see how that nice. Turns out. The only like footage I've seen of him was he did that benefit show for Mitch Luker of Suicide Silence, and he did like a little bit of his vocal technique up on stage. So that's the only thing that I've heard of him. I've kind of heard of their band, I guess, Bury Your Dead, because I looked it up after, and he sounds pretty good. So I'm interested to see.
Never heard of them.
They're good. They're definitely good.
Never heard of Bury Your Dead. Don't listen to country.
Wow.
Fucking up, man.
Wow, you're just like on another level here, Nick.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the topic for tonight. I don't know if you guys checked this out. It's the Alter the Press. They posted the top 15 best clean vocalists in modern metalcore. Basically outlining like, who they felt like is, a good vocalist in the scene as of late. And there's some of them I didn't agree with. I didn't agree with the Ronnie Radke thing only because I feel like he's not metalcore at all. So I don't feel like
He's a rapper, bro.
Well, yeah. Well, even if he's whatever he is, he shouldn't be in that list of metalcore or whatever.
You just don't like him.
I hate him,
Why
honestly.
isn't Ollie on this list?
Ollie's not on the list. Yeah. Sam from Architects isn't on there. Who else? There's a bunch of other vocalists. What are you shaking your head and like?
Literally, like every time Ronnie Radke's mentioned, like, oh, he sucks.
He does suck.
But like, he's a good vocalist. He's just a horrible person. But every time he's even mentioned, every one of you guys like.
Well, I mean, I just gotta say I don't like him. I don't like
Yeah.
who he acts as a person,
Brendan.
so I don't listen
Brendan
to his
just
music.
sucks.
I just hate him, so I can have an opinion,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
he's got a different kind of way to sing. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
You could definitely pick him out from other people.
Yeah.
I'm glad they mentioned like Landon Tours from The Plot and You. They also mentioned Tyler Carter, which I mean, of course, he's one of the best. Telly's in there. I feel like I kind of feel like they skimped on a few, like the Silent Planet vocalist. I feel like he shouldn't have been in there. Not to say that he's not good. I think he's good, but I think they could have put someone else into that. Who's that? Oh. What else? There was like a few others that I wasn't like particularly. Oh, they had Bo Boken. I mean, he's okay too.
Buboken.
Vale of Maya's
Yeah.
vocalist was in there, which I think he deserved as well. Dennis from Affiance, he's in there and he's got some chops. So I'm glad to see him in there because they're in kind of a tinier band, and it was a good list. I mean, and some guy mentioned in the comments, Danny Warsnop's not in there. I feel like it would be tough to nail down a lot of people because there are a lot of vocalists.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts, Dan? Because you seem like you have some.
Just looking at it, I mean, I could see why they didn't add Danny. This is like current, right? Like this is supposed to be.
It's
Not
supposed to
really,
be
they had
current.
Aaron
I think
Gillespie.
it's current.
So modern metalcore, he's not in metalcore anymore.
Yeah, but they had Aaron Gillespie from Under
Yeah,
Earth,
from Under
so
Earth
it's not
as well.
necessarily that it's to date. I
Huh.
think it's just
I think it's just
Under
vocalist.
Oath.
ballpark recent.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a pretty good list. I definitely think they left a lot of people out.
I mean, 15 is tough. Like, I mean, we did a
Yeah.
top 10 video, and that's even harder to do. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Greg? Do you think that, I don't know if you checked the list out or not, but
I don't even know a lot of these bands. I mean, I like Conditions. I just started listening to them like a month ago, to be honest. But I dig them. At the Drive-In, Bryce, Motion City Soundtrack, Pierce the Veil. I agree with that. Never been a big fan of Red Jumpsuit though.
oh, right.
Mm.
So that's kind of like a personal bias. I mean, they're talented and all. I'm just, some people you just can't get into what they're doing 100%.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Red Jumpsuit.
But yeah, it's like you guys said, it's hard to narrow it down, and this is obviously just opinion based. So
Yeah.
The other,
I'm liking Landon Tours.
Landon Tours, yeah, definitely he's
Fuck
underrated.
you, bro.
For sure in this genre. I'm glad they added him too. And
with
so,
my bias, Anthony Green would be on here.
to Anthony Green, yeah. I mean, they could do a post-hardcore one. we'll see. I don't know.
I feel like they just kind of chose like really like popular bands, like,
Probably.
in general,
Uh-huh.
and then picked their singers. Because like, Confide, Dayshell, or Of Mice and Men, Issues, Devil Wears Prada. Like you knew Jeremy was gonna be on this list if that's what they were doing, because Devil Wears Prada was like huge in the beginning of all this stuff. Like, yeah. So I feel like this definitely not seen as objective as at all. It's very, very
Yeah. I know exactly what you're
biased.
saying.
like this person's favorite screamers.
Yeah, and I mean it's always going to be biased based off of whoever does it because that's just how it is, and not everybody's gonna see it to their point of view because like obviously who I think are top 15 might be different from yours or Nick's or Chris or Greg's.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I see how it is, the shape, but I mean, if I had to just go into it and they picked whoever they wanted to pick, obviously they did. I felt like they did a pretty good job of kind of encompassing everybody in this mix. But we'll move on to the next topic. I think I found this one on Reddit as well, but bands that you have had that you've been hooked on for like only one listen. So like when you just put on one of their albums, you're just like, man, I can just listen to all of their music and stuff like that. So I know for me, I talk about them a lot, only because like they're probably one of my favorite bands. Artifacts Pareo, so definitely check them out. They're like experimental rock, kind of post-hardcore, if you like that type of vibe. As well as I the Mighty. I've been following them since like day one pretty much, so like I said, I've put on every album that they've had, EP, stuff like that, and I've always enjoyed their stuff. Going back a little bit farther, probably August Burns Red, of course. They were the ones that got me into this type of music, so I have to give them some props, obviously. And probably my last one would be like Devil Wears Prada, like Plagues, Roots Above, Branches, or however you say it, that one. And just like all of their albums that they put out, I've always endeared them and always hold them in a special place. So those are probably some of my bands that I've listened to that I always get hyped on. So why don't we pass it off to Chris? I would like to hear yours, Chris.
Yeah, so this is going back to the Fuse days. I don't know if you guys
Fuse, yeah, I remember.
Watched Fuse back in like 2004, 2005. They had this great show called Steven's Untitled Rock Show. That was kind of like my gateway into all this kind of like emo, post-hardcore kind of bands. So pretty much a couple I really liked from the get-go was Motion City Soundtrack. Namely, it was either My Favorite Accident or it was Everything Is Alright. They just like got me hooked right on one of those songs. Also, next up would be From First to Last. Note to Self.
Nice.
Note to Self. That was like one of those like really different sounding bands. Like one of the first bands I heard with like screaming in it. So I was like, oh, that's different. I really want to listen to more things like this. And so that was cool. And Newfound Glory, I want to say, it was
nice.
The Catalyst album. All Downhill From Here, because that was the one that had the music video. So I really dug that. And Seosin with Anthony Green, Bury Your Head. Of course, that one was really cool. Like the drums really stood out to me with like the crazy fills that I forget his name was.
Yeah.
That did.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, really great drummer. So yeah, that's mine.
That's great. That one's a good one. How about you, Nick? What would you pick?
Veil of Maya.
Nice. Really? Yeah, but that's like recent though.
That's recent.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I heard
listened
one
to
song and I've been listening to it for 3 months now.
That is true.
Veil of fucking Maya, bitch.
Wow.
John
okay.
Mayer.
Chill out there, buddy.
John Mayer. And Eric Church.
Eric
Those three
Church.
guys.
Never heard of Eric Church.
That's because he's country.
I mean, sorry, we're excuse me.
Yeah, you're excused.
Am I? Okay, cool.
Yes, but yeah, those three.
Greg, what would be for you?
What really got me into it, like, it's, you guys have kind of touched on some of it, but it's like Blink, back when it was like
Yeah,
I think
nice.
Mark, Tom, and Travis show. That was really like that got me to start actually listening to stuff. So then it was NFG Sticks and Stones album.
Nice.
Nice.
The hell else? Amberlin.
Nice. Yeah, definitely.
That was, I think that was the one band that I followed just for even up to recently because
Yeah.
they just put out that new album, and I mean it's, you know, not what the old Amberlin was, but no matter what they do, I'll always check it out. It's just one of those bands. And
what was your
Artifacts
favorite?
Pareo.
Oh, Artifacts Pareo. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, those guys are. Ryan introduced me to them, and they're pretty. I mean, just can't stop listening to them now. These guys are ridiculous. And then the one that was just one listen and can't give up on it is probably Closure in Moscow.
Nice. Yeah, that album, First Temple.
Yeah,
That
so
that
good.
rips. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's such a brilliant
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I was gonna ask you, what was your favorite Amberlin album? Out of, I
what
know there
was
is a
the-
ton.
What was the one with the porcelain head that's like cracking on it?
Was that Never Take Friendship Personal?
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to say that was the name of it, but I was like, I think that's the song title.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the album title.
I think that's the album, if I'm not mistaken. That
Yeah.
one's a great one. I forget
I mean,
the
how
one
many
with-
times have they recorded "Feel Good" drag?
Yeah, I think they recorded, twice, if I'm not mistaken. Like the first time, people were like, "Oh man, I don't like it," and then they re-recorded it, and then everybody loves it now, even though it's essentially the same track. So,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Or produced.
Yeah, just better. Yeah, better produced.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember what the album one with Cities on it, but that one's a great one.
I think it was called Cities.
Oh, was it called Cities? Yeah, that one's
think the
one of
album
my
was called
favorites.
Cities.
That's one of my faves.
Yeah.
Artifacts Pareo, I like that one. I'm surprised you mentioned that one along with me. That's cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I know they're in this. They're not in the studio anymore, but I know because like I'm friends with some of them on Facebook, and they just finished out their new record. So
Oh, nice. Which one did you like though? Like,
the newest one, the most recent one, Time and Place. If you
Yeah,
haven't
that's the
checked
one
that
I
one,
like.
that one's wicked. Like the old
Yeah.
stuff's awesome too, but just this new album is just a whole nother level of talent and ability. So I love it. It's insane. Though the old ones are great too. I just feel like they just have evolved, and they've had other vocalists. Like they've had a change of vocalists, and I just feel like this new guy Lucas is just a better vocalist for them because he seems more solid. But that album is ripping, and like they've been posting some like I know Jordan, one of their guitar players, like posted like an Instagram clip of him playing one of the riffs off the album, and it's nuts. So I'm excited, man. I'm super stoked.
nice.
But yeah, so that's cool. So we'll move on to the tour kind of things. I know Greg accidentally kind of hit it, even though we'll let it go. But the tour updates, we got At the Drive-Ins playing a show local to us. What? Oh, Dan? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't.
It's on the video now.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
So fuck you, Brandon.
I mean, you can post it in the comment. You can say I'm retarded or whatever.
I'm like thinking like, oh yeah, and this and this and this, and they're like, okay, so we'll go on. To,
Okay, we'll skip over Dan completely.
No, I can say from when I was little, the stuff that got me into like a lot of this is like POD and Evanescence,
POD, nice.
Wow.
definitely.
I
And
totally
then
forgot.
and then that got me more into it would be like Devil Wears Prada, Under Oath.
Yeah, Under Oath too.
Definitely, they just got me like one song. Definitely, My Chemical Romance.
Nice.
Can never forget them.
Yeah.
I think what would be recent Beartooth recently. Just like
Yeah.
listening to the first track that they came out with, just like amazing. And then yeah, that's it.
I probably have to say Yellow Card too. I know they're like
Okay, so
OGs,
yeah.
but
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean
you're
they're,
right.
they're
That's
kind of
right.
unspoken, but
Ocean Avenue.
but
got
I
me.
mean Ocean
Yeah.
Avenue,
Just
that
like-
whole record.
Everybody had that on their freaking minds walking around.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like
Like
singing
even
it
like
out.
even now, like if they don't play it, like people will riot.
Yeah, if
Probably.
they don't play
so-
it at Warped Tour, people are gonna freaking riot, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
here's one that's different because it's not the same genre as Hobson.
Nice.
Hobson, the rapper, has definitely got me on this first song that I listened to.
Hobson?
Hobson,
Nick's like I don't know what Nick's thinking of.
I don't know.
Just
What
like-
He's
I'm
a cool
not,
guy.
I'm not in the rap, but I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see?
I mean, whoa. How about you chill out there, buddy? Okay. How about you take it back a notch? All right. So we'll move it on to the tour kind of things, like I mentioned earlier, but got interrupted by Dan on accident because I didn't pick on him. But we got Act the Drive-In. They have a sold out show. I don't know if you probably can still buy tickets on like StubHub, but I hopefully see if I can go to that one or what.
$100.
Yeah, it probably is a ton of money. Rings of Saturn, they're coming to Voltage Lounge in Philly. With them, I'm not gonna mention the name because we literally talk about them every week. And Conditions, I think they're playing this weekend if I'm not mistaken. So they're getting back together. I don't know if they're gonna do an album, but they're doing a tour with the Orphan and the Poet. They're also another awesome band and kind of similar sounding to Conditions, so they're really great. Joseph Stalin, he's doing another tour with Define Constant, kind of gent music, so if you like that sort of stuff, then you'll dig that one. Like we mentioned earlier, Thrice is coming around to the Philly area. Hopefully it comes out to Cali for you, Greg, and Ryan. So that's awesome. Motion City Soundtrack, they're doing their final tour thing, and hopefully I get the chance to see them. We'll see about that.
Wait, what day is that?
I want to say it's a Sunday, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, there's no way.
I'll have to double check.
I can't miss that time and a half, man.
I know, man. Pierce Seville is coming to Philly on Friday, and I think they sold out the rest of the tour dates. So you're definitely gonna have trouble finding tickets. Or if you want to pay like $100 to go see Pierce Seville and I the Mighty, that's up to you. The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus doing a 10-year kind of tour thing, so that's interesting. We'll see about that. And I'm interested in going to that because I liked Don't Fake It Till You Make It, kind of that album. Mike Relocate is also doing a tour that's coming around to Philly at the end of the month with Out Came the Wolves and Light Up the Sky, two great bands, up and coming bands. What else? Warp Tour, of course, that's coming in July, which is next month. So we're all getting hyped for that. I don't know if you're going to Warp Tour, Greg, because I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know if you're going to Warp this year, Greg. Can you hear me?
No, I haven't been since 2004.
Oh, wow.
Oh, holy crap.
Wow,
2004?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's quite a while
That's
ago.
when all those bands that we were talking about
Kind of died, yeah.
were in it.
So are you going to go to the Taste of Chaos tour then?
Oh man, I want to, but I don't know that I'll be recovered before then, you know?
I don't know. It might be
crowd
different.
might
It might be
be
different
yeah.
for them. I don't know if it's coming around this month or next month. I'll have to check, and I'll have to add it onto here.
I'd like to see Seosin, man.
What are you gonna say?
I would like to see Seosin now.
Yeah. I also like Dashboard's great. Taking Back Sunday. Who else? Early November. I think like the starting line, or it might be different for you guys. I know that's for us. But
Fucking starting line, dude. That was another one that got me into it back in the day.
Yeah. That I forget which one it is, but that one's
With
a great
the girl
one.
on the couch.
Yes. Yeah, that one's a great one. That one's a great one.
Tell all your friends.
Yeah.
Tell all your friends. Yeah, Chris would know. He's like the OG of our group here, and Nick a little bit, I guess, but more so Chris.
Wait, are you talking about
We're talking about the starting line, the one with the.
Oh yeah, the girl at the couch. Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah.
That one's a great one. That's what we were talking about.
I've never listened to them actually.
Yeah.
They're good. I like them.
I think you'd like them.
Yeah. Like I said, the homies and the Wise Man Fears, they're coming around, so hopefully we'll get a chance to meet them and stuff like that. And lastly, The Plot and You doing a headliner with Era, Invent Anime, and who was the other band? There was one more, but I can't remember it. But they're coming to our area, and so I'm excited for that. And we'll pass it off to artist spotlight tonight, and we got Greg here from One Thus Far. Ryan apparently couldn't be on because of his internet or something happened. So Greg, would you like to talk about your band a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, I think we talked about it a little bit. We got the new Impermanence EP that we just released on the 3rd. That you guys, we're trying to get it out to just anybody that we can. It's 100% free on almost any downloading website you can find, Bandcamp, Reverb Nation. I mean, you could still get it on iTunes and stuff like that, but our whole goal behind putting this album out was we just wrote stuff that we would want to listen to, and we aren't really worried about the money aspect. We just want as many people to hear it as we can get. So it's like the whole album's idea was just DIY. We did the production, like graphic design, everything we did ourselves. So it was just
That's awesome.
really kind of, we tried to, yeah, it was a lot of fun too. A lot of it is, you don't see all the behind the scenes work. You record an album and then you just kind of, everything pops up. So getting to do from step one to the end result is kind of, it puts a little more pride in your work,
Oh, absolutely.
because you know everything you've done to it. So, and then I'm looking at this. What is this, Dan?
Yeah.
I can't see it. It won't let me look at it.
It's just like it's a screen, but apparently like he's dragged like in the middle of it, so it literally is just half Dan and then half somebody else. I don't know who it
I
is.
think that's Greg.
I think it's Greg. So
Yeah, it got messed up when Ryan couldn't get back on. And I
But,
was hoping he would, so that's why I kind of left it, but I guess...
he never made it back on.
Yeah, this one looks like shit, sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Pro producer over here. you know.
Yeah.
I went to college.
Yeah.
I didn't.
we just let it go at this point. But how would you describe your band to like other people? So like who would you sound similar to in comparison to your band?
We've always had a really hard time kind of generalizing what it is, but at the end of the day, what we've gotten the most is a comparison to Thrice or Under Oath, and at least like kind of a similar style to that. We ourselves don't particularly hear it, but it's kind of like, when you are yourself and you eat a bunch, you can't tell you're putting on weight, and then you see your friend, you're like, what happened to you? Like, it's really hard to see yourself, but when enough people start telling you that's what it sounds like, you're like, all right, well, that's cool for us because we both really like those bands, but for us it's been like an experimental post-hardcore project where it's just we kind of wanted to showcase everything we could do.
I couldn't really pinpoint
trying to think of what other bands we heard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like you mentioned it earlier, it kind of reminded me of like the first album of Hands Like Houses, like Ground Dweller.
Yeah,
that's what it reminds me a lot of. And I couldn't quite think of it when I was listening to it. I was just like, this sounds super familiar. Like, it has a familiar sound to it, but like I couldn't really picture it. And then like when somebody said Hands Like Houses, I was like, that's it. That's it. Like the first album, you can hear like some of the like synthy kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but like those types of tones to it. And then just like the similar like guitar parts, like the vocals are a little bit similar to it, but basically just like the instrumental parts definitely remind me of the first Hands Like Houses album.
Yeah, and that's so. I mean, we've been putting it out. We've gotten a bunch of reviews and stuff like that, and we've had one that actually said Hands Like Houses, and then one actually said Dead Poetic, which was
interesting.
Pretty cool.
That one's in. Yeah, I've that one. I can get that. That makes sense.
Yeah, so that was a cool one to hear. But it's just been, being a two-part duo. The whole recording process is different, but it's a lot of fun, It eliminates that. I don't know if do you guys all play music?
Like, I play guitar. Chris and Nick both play drums, and Dan does some vocals and a little bit of guitar. So, like, but we all collectively haven't played in bands, so.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say,
I was in a band once.
Like what I do.
Yeah, the things that you see in, like, a lot of musicians will understand when you're in a band, it's like you always get to that point where you just start to clash with what you want to do with either a song or a whole album or something, and it just, you kind of start hitting these walls where it's just everybody wants their own creative thing put into it, and it gets difficult. So
Yeah.
just being two of us, it eliminated a lot of that, which was, it made the whole process cool. And then two of us, we can't perform live, so it really eliminated that whole urge and kind of deadline to where, hey, we have a show here, we have to finish our songs before that show comes up. So it gives you a lot of freedom. So it was, we like to think that that showed that we were able to put the time into each song until we really thought it was ready to go.
Would you say that you would play shows in the future, or I mean, obviously you have the back problem now, so that's
Yeah.
kind of postponed, but
I'll just Dave Grohl it.
yeah. Yeah.
We've thought about it, you know, it's obviously, we get that question a lot, and we've actually had some people already kind of reach out to us about shows that they'd like to book us for. It's just, it being so soon, we don't want to like look too far ahead. We want to kind of
Yeah.
stay where we're at, but be at least paying attention to certain things. So we have, I think we told you guys a little bit about, we have members from a previous project. So should the opportunity come up to really do something, we've got people that we trust and we know have the ability to do it. And we've always thought about it. It's just kind of seeing what the continued reaction to this EP is.
That's awesome.
So,
I know Ryan was telling me that you were like working on some new stuff, like even before we hopped on. So that's cool that you're already working on the next thing. So
yeah.
I'm excited to see the progression. I mean, I definitely liked what I heard. I told Ryan that I'll hopefully have a review up for the EP because I'd like
That'd be
to
awesome.
just sit down and kind of delve into it a little bit more. But yeah, I'm super excited to see where you guys go because it definitely reminded me of like Hands Like Houses starting out. So I mean, if you could have that same sort of magnitude that they have, so I mean, you could definitely be touring not too far from now.
We would love that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if any of you other guys have listened. I know you listened to a few tracks, but did you guys give it a listen at all?
Oh,
I
yeah,
gave-
I had time to listen to one track before I went to work today. I was really pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Like I think Brandon described it well with the Hands Like Houses. It's a pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice to hear.
I think that
Probably about to buy it actually.
yeah.
I was like, I don't want to just watch it on YouTube when I listen to it.
Which song did you guys get a chance to listen to?
I listened to I Disappear and Self and Soul.
Self and Soul.
I liked I Disappear. The beginning was really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I listened to the first
Spot on.
10 seconds of I Disappear 'cause it's all I got around to, but it sounded really good. So after this, I'm gonna listen to it. But
Yeah.
Nice. Right on.
Like it.
I liked. I'm trying to think of my favorite one. I think Self and Soul is really good. No. Can you leave me alone though?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I went in because like I had to go to work really fast. I had no idea that you guys were only two people.
Yeah, that's what
That's
blew my mind.
Like I didn't look into it at all. Like I said, I was in a rush. I was like, I have time to listen to one of those songs, put it on, and like I thought like maybe it was a 5-person band. Only 2 of you could have been on tonight. So just sitting back and hearing this for the last 10 minutes, I'm like, how did they do this? Like,
How long did it take you guys to record and like do all the stuff? I'm kind of curious considering it was only 2 of you.
Well, so the whole process, even the way we came to like be a band, was part of the writing process because, like I said, we were in that project before. I lived in LA, and then I moved back to Northern California for a while. But Ryan and I never stopped writing. Like, he didn't exactly want to be in another project yet, but I wanted to keep pushing. So I actually wrote like bare bones parts of songs on my computer, and I'd send them to him, just hoping that he'd hear one and be like, okay, you know what, I'll try. So I sent him a couple, and then it was like after I sent him the third one, 2 weeks later, I get an email back from him, and he's just like, "Here, check this out." And he had taken one of the songs, and just added a bunch of new stuff that he does on top of it. And I was like, "Dude, why aren't we doing this?" So for the next 6 months, we started writing in different locations, and we actually I Disappear was the first one we wrote in 2 different parts of California. And then I moved back to LA, and that's when we got to start working together again. And I'd say it took about a year
Wow.
to pick the 5 songs we wanted to put out there, because it's kind of how Wage War talked about. You write a bunch of songs, and then you pick the ones that you're like, this is the
These
one
are
we
good.
want.
Yeah,
Right.
these are good.
Yeah.
So how many did you have then, like in total?
Rough idea. Like, we've written a lot of the music for them. We just haven't done full production. We've probably had about 10 to 12 to pick from.
Wow. Okay.
But we have a backlog of stuff that we've written over the few years that we wrote. Like, we worked together. Even when we were in the other project, we were still writing stuff.
Yeah.
So we have just like an arsenal of material right now. That's kind of partially what we've been working with when Ryan was talking to you.
Yeah.
We just go back and you listen to an old idea and you're like, where was I going with this? Where did it fit better? Can I put something else around this? So it's cool to just have material to go back to and really just kind of polish it up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cause like I know I agree with you, Greg. Cause like I'll have some stuff like I don't know. I told this other guy Frank in an interview that I did. I was saying that I had a laptop and I had like a bunch of tracks that I was working on, not like full production because like I don't have the money or the ability to do mix or mastering, but so I wrote a few tracks in GarageBand and I think I had like 20 or 30 tracks and my computer winds up dying, so I lost all of the I lost like all 20 or 30 tracks that I could have easily made into like an EP. So I will A, not make that mistake again, B, back up my files, and C, I'll probably just put it out on Bandcamp inevitably so I don't lose them.
Yeah. And GarageBand's turning out to be, it's coming up,
Yeah,
like that's what I use.
Yeah, I use a lot of GarageBand, even because like I got it fixed, so I got, I do work a little bit in GarageBand, and all of the like intro tracks that I've done for this channel have been done in GarageBand. So
yeah, I mean it's pretty practical for you, the people who don't want to go out and spend all the money. Like, lucky for me, I work with Ryan. Ryan's got like a full studio set up. So I'm able to send my stuff to him, but I can do all my ref recording stuff to give him an idea of where we're gonna go.
Exactly.
And then actually, like how we're doing this interview right now is like how we'll do some writing stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's cool too, because like a lot of the times, like for bands we don't hear, like they all live in like other parts of the state or whatever, and it's hard, like if they do, they meet up in person to write. So I think it's cool that you guys like kind of like, I guess, meet over Skype and write tracks together, because like it's tough to just drive out to somewhere. And I know because I've been to California, so it's a drive even if you were going to like do it in person. So
gotta leverage technology these days.
But where can we, I guess I'll add all of your stuff in the description, like where they can find you. I know you guys have a Twitter, you have your Bandcamp obviously, and stuff like that, and I'll just make sure to link that in the description, guys. Check these guys out. I guess for fans of Hands Like Houses, I'm trying to think of another band, because there's definitely another one that I can think of that fits in that category. I don't know why I got some, like, if you remember the band Broadway, I kind of got some Broadway vibes. I don't know if you remember that.
I haven't heard them. I'll check them out.
They're fucking hard to find. I'm just gonna let you know that,
they are
because
really hard to find.
their name's just Broadway, and if you just
wrote a little message in this.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
We will definitely do that. As well as, is there anything else you'd like to and
then you listen to them.
If you have Spotify, just type in Broadway. It's the one with yellow castles.
Every time I've looked up Broadway anywhere, it's all like Broadway musical shit.
I love how Dan looked it up right away, and he's like, I got it. And then Nick was like, they're super hard to find.
Yeah, that was
well,
really
I mean, unlike Google and stuff like that, yeah, they're actually super hard to find. The first thing it does is like, you want to buy tickets to Broadway shows?
The Broadway band?
Broadway band, like, oh yeah, the big band that played in the Broadway show.
Yeah, so we'll make sure to do that. And is there anything else you'd like to kind of add to promote yourself or whatever?
Really just follow us on what do we use? We use
Social media?
everything.
Yeah.
Just any social media you can think of. I think we announce most of our stuff on Facebook and Instagram. But, you know, like you said, we do already have new stuff in the works. So if you guys want to keep up with it, those are the places to be. Just
Absolutely.
subscribe everywhere.
Yep.
All the subscriptions.
I know the feeling. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
We all
what
know the feeling.
that's
All
what
our
that's
stuff.
that's what we're trying to do. So
Yeah, and you
Right.
know you're gonna be on there, so just subscribe. I mean, you're not gonna be out doing something else. Everybody sits on social media all the time.
look at that. Greg's got
Yeah,
it.
Yep.
Greg with the alley oop here. We slang
just
it.
like Dan said it. Just like Dan said earlier. Just all you gotta do is click it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's all I want you to do.
Just click it, man.
You have no idea how much it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That is true. It's because it's been rough, but
It's been a struggle.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Especially, you know, we'll be looking out for your brand for sure. So, basically this time is for plugs. So we'll start off with Mr. Wingman 700 over here.
Oh,
Dan,
I mean,
aka
700
Dan.
on everything, especially Twitch.tv, Twitter, and Facebook, and Snapchat, and everything but Black People Meet. Pretty much.
You're not on there?
Yeah, you're not.
You have to prove that you're black to get on there. I'm not joking.
There's got to be a loophole.
Yeah, you could have a loophole. Come on.
I mean, I just like
Just
be
do
like,
blackface,
look,
it's
this
not
kid's on
racist.
Michael Jordan. It's not racist.
It's not racist at all, man. They did it all the time back in the day.
Oh man. This.
Back in the day,
Can we just
okay.
can we just stop this before we get out of here?
This.
You're
time to
welcome.
stop.
And Chris, what
Yeah.
you got for us, bud?
yeah. YouTube Star Raptor, just like my Twitter handle underneath my picture there. If you like Game of Thrones, I do that weekly Game of Thrones show. It's coming near the end. We have 3 episodes left, so things are heating up. I also do that Star Wars show. I have a review coming up for Warcraft. I'm a huge Warcraft player, so can't wait for this movie. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. So, yeah, I have a Facebook page as well. So, everyth's Star Raptor.
Wait, Chris, you like Star Wars? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I feel like we do this every week.
Wait, I have a question. At the Rings of Saturn show, is
Yes.
that where I'm allowed to pick up my MacBook? Or
You
is
mean-
that the show that I'm gonna be able to do it?
Sure. Pick it up. I'm just gonna.
The Voltage Lounge?
Yes.
Where's the Voltage?
The Voltage Lounge is in Philly, bro.
Okay, so I'll be able to pick up my MacBook there?
Yes.
Or is it someone else that's playing there?
What are you trying to get out here, buddy?
Nothing.
Okay, good. Anyway, Nick, what do you got for us, bud?
I make really bad YouTube videos, so you can go watch them if you got nothing to do. Jig Jag Gaming, that's about it, yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
can.
man, you're uploading a lot anymore.
Yeah.
I keep seeing your notes.
Well, I try to do one video a day, but like I said, they're pretty bad, so, you know,
Yeah, no, I gotta do
don't
better.
watch them.
Also,
I'll watch one after.
also the food reviews are coming up.
Yeah, the food review's gonna be coming up, Super Cancer. It's gonna be great.
Oh, is that the show name? Super Cancer?
No, it's
That's what it should be called, honestly.
That's actually a really
Super
good
Cancer.
name.
Call it
I don't
Super
know.
Cancer, please.
No,
Oh my God.
it's gotta be food reviews with swag snacks, and that's what it's gotta be. But maybe we'll find out. We'll make something else for Super Cancer.
Greg doesn't know, but basically, he's been sending us
I'm a retard.
shitty food reviewers, and he wants to do like parodies of these shitty food reviewers. So he's gonna be his moniker is Swag Snacksin. So
Yes.
that's why I was showing him. That's why I was showing him like the chain, like the dog chain, and like the cross, and like a dumbass like shirt that he can wear.
Yeah, I gotta pick up the swag hat off Amazon
And he's
sometime
getting
this
a
week.
swag hat, so you know it's
Yeah.
gonna be stupid.
It's gonna be
so-
real bad,
So
really
if you
bad.
like really,
Hey.
if you like really dumb shit, then you'll really enjoy his content.
Hey, isn't that what gets popular on Facebook?
Exactly.
Probably.
I
exactly.
mean, YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So I feel like I was like, if he can do, I was like, if he can just do dumb shit, then I'm pretty sure he's just gonna blow up.
Be as dumb as
Yeah.
you can. Be the most famous.
Is there anything you would like to plug, Greg?
Um,
Besides your band, obviously the stuff we're gonna be posting it, but is there anything else you would like to discuss a little bit?
No. I'm literally like I do nothing right now.
except for take the painkillers.
Yeah, and you know what? They got me feeling good right now.
I'll be joining you in a little bit. It's almost time for my next dose.
Also, guys, check our Facebook page, Audio Addiction, as well as our Twitter handle. I think we just have 155 followers on Twitter, so help us get to 160 and just keep climbing. Also, subscribe to this channel. Please like this video. Please support One Gone Thus. Awesome band. Go check them out. We will definitely make sure to link their stuff. Go purchase their album on Bandcamp. They would much appreciate it.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to close out the episode, and we'll see you guys next week. All
Thanks,
right,
guys.
see you later.
Peace, y'all.